Student Directory. If your organization wants to maintain Student Directory for your parent-teacher organization, or an athlete directory for your booster club, then this module is for you. Before we begin with the Student Directory, let's take a quick look at who can access the Student Directory module. Let's go to the Security Role Settings under Administrator. There are 3 kinds of roles associated with the Student Directory. No access means the user cannot access the Student Directory module. View only means the user can only view the Student Directory. If you are not an administrator, you need to have the Student Directory Manager role to have read and write access to the entire functionality of the Student Directory module. As a prerequisite, you need the Teacher Directory, so if you are maintaining the Teacher Directory, you will need the Teacher Directory Manager role too. Let's take a look at the Teachers Directory. Click on Teachers. You will see a list of teachers and staff. You can add a new teacher by clicking on Add New, or use the edit icon for making changes to an existing teacher record. Let's look at an existing record. Teacher details include title, last name, first name, grade, position. Position can be teacher, librarian, coach, or any other faculty position. Room number, email, phone, and website. Click on Save to save the record and Back to go back. You can use the Columns button to include other details like position, website. You can also export the teacher directory to a PDF, Word, or Excel. Next, there are 4 ways you can build your student directory. Number 1, add student or family data manually. Number 2, collect data online from parents as they add data with new student registration process. Number 3, option to add student data during membership sign-up process. Number 4, send a CSV or XLS formatted file with student and teacher data to RunPTO to be uploaded in the database. First, let's see how we can add data manually. Let's take a look at the student directory. You can enter the student data manually by clicking on Add New or Add Family. When you click on Add New, the details are added for a single student. Last name, first name, middle name, teacher, grade. Display can be set to yes or no. Add first parent's name, email, and phone. Add second parent's name, email, and phone. Enter address. Some families have a second address. You can enter that here. Go to Add Family. In Add Family, you can add multiple students with the same parents. It saves you time in adding records for families. An administrator can edit the student data anytime by clicking on the edit icon and changing the data they want to change. You can sort the data any way you want it. Sort by student name, parent names, teacher, grade. You can decide which columns you want to display by clicking on Columns. So you can add or remove columns. Let's remove phone, and phone is gone from the display. You can group by grade or teacher. Let's select by grade and you will see the student directory grouped by grade. Scroll up and down and you will see the students by grade. Click on Summary. Summary will give a count of students by grade. There is a chart icon here. Click on the chart icon, and you see the chart. Click on Back to go back. Let's click on Group by again and Group by Teacher. Remove the grade and select Teacher. Click on OK, and you have the student directory by teacher. You can do advanced sorting by clicking on the Sorting button. Click on the Sorting button. Exit to go back. You can also do advanced search by clicking on the Search button. Click on Search button. Click on Back to go back. You can do a search here in Quick Search. With Display/Print button, you can export it to a PDF, Word, or Excel. Student Directory Registration. You can collect student information from the parents using Student Directory Registration Form. Here's how the Student Directory Registration Form looks like. Parents can enter their information along with their students' and address information. The student directory registration form can be distributed in 3 ways, so parents can enter the information on their own. URL link, QR code, or website. For URL link, go to URL link. Select the student directory registration URL link and copy the web address. For QR code, go to QR codes. Select the student directory registration QR code and print it. You can embed the student directory registration form on the website using the website builder. Go to Website Builder. Add student directory registration to Services or Ribbons section. There it is. Here is how it will appear on the website. Go to Ribbons section. Click on Student Directory Registration and the form will come up. Once parents enter data through the student directory registration form, the data goes in a temporary database. There, the student directory administrator can verify the student information before it goes to the directory by using the Confirm Student Data module. Let's go to the Confirm Student Data module. Here you can see student data which have been verified and saved, and some records which still need to be verified. There's Paula Haley's registration information which needs to be verified. Click on the Edit icon. There's the parent information. There's the student information. There's the address. Everything looks good. Click on Confirm and Save. And this verified data should be saved to the student directory. Let's go to Student Directory. Do a search for Paula Haley. There is Paula Haley's record. You can also collect student information for the student directory at the time of membership signup. That is, if you are using the Membership module. Let's take a look at the membership setup in Setup and Administration. In Membership Setup, you need to have the Student Form option enabled. Go to Show Student Form and check it. Let's check out the Membership Signup form. As you can see, the student information block is visible. Parents can enter student information at time of membership signup. So this is another way of collecting student information for the directory. The support team at RunPTO will import the student and teacher data for you if you send it in the following format. The student data file should have all the necessary information needed to be imported in the directory, like last name, first name, and so on. The teacher data file should also have the necessary info consisting of teacher code, last name, first name, grade, email, phone. After we receive the request along with the file, we will get the data imported for you. Student Directory Access. Access to the student directory can be provided in one of the 4 ways. Number 1. Parents create their own user credentials and login to RunPTO. Number 2. Embed the student directory on the website. Number 3. Send a URL link to the parents. Number 4. Print the PDF file and distribute it to the parents. If the setup allows new user registration, a parent will be able to create their credentials from the login screen. A parent clicks on the new user registration option seen here on the login screen. They enter the org ID given to them for their organization. We will enter demo here. Then they enter the email. Their email needs to exist in the student directory, or they will not be allowed to create their credentials. Let's enter test123 at test.com, which does not exist. Here's the error message. Now let's enter John at runpto.com and click on Next. John will see a screen where he enters his credentials. John will enter the name, John Smith, user ID as John Smith, password as welcome01. Confirm the password as welcome01. After John clicks on Submit for registration, he will receive an email with the link to activate his login. Let's go check the email. This is the email John has received. He has his credentials and the activation link. Let us click on the activation link. John's credentials are activated now. Let's go to Login screen and log in as User ID as John Smith, Password as Welcome01, and then click on Login. John has his own parent portal now. He will have read-only access to Student Directory and some other modules useful for a parent. As you can see, it is easy and at the same time secure. Other than the parents having their own portal, the Student Directory can also be accessed from a URL link, QR code, or website. For URL link, go to URL link. Select the Student Directory URL link and copy the web address. For QR code, go to QR codes. Select the Student Directory QR code and print it. You can embed the Student Directory on the website using the Website Builder. Go to Website Builder. Add Student Directory to Services. There it is. Here is how it will appear on the website. Click on Student Directory on the website. You will get a login screen. Let's enter user ID as demo and password as demo on the website. You will get a mobile view of the directory. You can scroll, you can toggle, and you can search for who you want to search. And that's it for now for the Student Directory session. Thank you for listening.